how you feel. Feelings are like children. They need to, they need attention. They are simply trying to give us a message about ourselves. So feelings sometimes when, I mean, I'm going to give you my simple example. When I used to get angry, I used to get agitated. I used to raise my voice on anybody. And then I never used to understand that I am angry. And I started, I mean, I get so irritated because of that. If someone tells me that you are angry, I would shout louder than them and I would tell them, I am not angry. Just try to understand me. But when you calm down, you really know that you are angry. You were angry because people are not listening or they are not doing it your way. So, this is how you identify your feelings. Be aware. Meditation is going to give you that awareness to find out your feeling, what feeling you are doing. I was watching, this is very funny. Last week, I was looking at pictures on Facebook, and I didn't know that I always used to feel jealous of looking at somebody's picture. So I was like, I was feeling why I don't want to see that picture. Why? What's the reason? Then I sat for like couple minutes, closed my eye, and it has been there from last 10 years. I never was able to understanding or name that feeling that I was jealous, because it's just I was having the feeling of comparison and I was having jealousy. So try to understand. Once you know, once you name your feeling, it's so easy to let it go. So try to be more aware, try to analyze your feelings, because that is going to give you the self love, and it is all for us. It's all for me, not for anybody else. The self love is for me. It really helps me grow better. That is all about the self love. Practice gratitude diary daily. That is going to help you to see the positive side always. And that is not for others. The yesterday, which story I shared, was for ourselves. If the man was not going to tell the other person sorry, he is going to hold the anger inside him for other. And others won't be having benefited or maybe anything with it. It's all us. We are holding the feelings. So when you write the gratitude or when you say the gratitude, you will let go the feelings easily. Either that love feeling, because we most of us have a problem, like we always love our moms than our dads. It doesn't mean that your dad doesn't love you, but dads doesn't express the way mom does. So start expressing yourself. It doesn't matter. Like we last time, remember, when did you hug your dad? You hug your mom easily, but not your dad. So try to hug your dad too. Let go your feelings of love too, because that is also we are holding. We don't call moms or we don't call dads easily like we do to mom. So this is like very simple things which I started analyzing in my life. Surround yourself with supportive and caring people. So that's your supporting and caring people, because with like older brothers or dads or grandpa, especially the male dominating society which we Indians have, we don't express our love. Like being a woman, we don't express our love to them, or they don't express their love to us, or no caring for us. So that is like what we should start working on it. There is no code. We just have to start working on it. The next is Ho'oponopono technique. It's very important technique. It's a practice for forgiveness. The scientist, I don't remember the name of the scientist, but he started this technique, and he what he used to do, he started going to the jail every day. That jail was for social emotional the people who used to be there as a caddies, they were social emotional challenges ones. The scientist doctor used to go there, and he never used to meet anybody. He used to take out one file every day, and after looking at the picture, he used to tell them, I am sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. These four just four little sentences. And after 6 or 8 months, it was shown that the people who were living there were like the prisoners, they were getting better, and they were getting better there. So it was like this technique was then replicated many times, and it was so much helpful there because this Ho'opono, if you tell it without even bina man ke bolna, is like I don't know what's going on in this presentation. Who's
Shravya, I think it's you. Can you please stop?
so so Ho'oponopono is the technique. If बिना मन के भी किसी को बोल दिया sorry, forgive me, thank you, and I love you, it's going to work like a magic. I also tried it, and Didi also tried it, and it always works. In the beginning, when forgiveness is like a big thing, it's so hard to forgive someone who hurts you or who hurt you in the past because we always hold feelings that is again a feeling for them, but when you start saying them sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you, it works as a magic because the feelings from your soul to their soul, like heart to heart feelings, always reach. It doesn't matter if you tell them on face to face, because that is what that scientist did. He never met anybody, he was just looking at their pictures and the files, and he tell them, and but the message was reaching to the soul. So that is how it works. This is what Ho'oponopono technique is, and you will find that on Google also. It's and there are some meditation music on it also. Drop the victim mentally, with take back power over your life. So that means like we don't have any power on our life. We usually we usually become a victim because of that person. I just lacked, I did not learn driving, I was not able to go out because my husband didn't wanted me to go and work out. I just stayed behind. I did not learn technology because my grandpa and grandma was not ready to send a girl outside of the city to study. So that victim mentality, that you are a victim, drop that mentality because that is kind of stopping you. That is your limiting belief. No more blaming others for circumstances. It's the same thing again. That we cannot blame anybody because it's us who created our reality. Because that is all excuses we find, like, oh, when I tell my friends to do meditation, some of them are like, no, my husband gets angry if I do it at night. Or some of them are telling me that if I wake up early at 4 o'clock, everybody gets disturbed. Or they would just tell me, I don't have a time, I have this to do, that to do. But those are all excuses. Anything which you are blaming, like, to others, and that they are stopping you to do it, those are all blame on others, can be stopped right now. Be in control of your own choices, successful, and your life. So that means being responsible, more of like being responsible, like we teach in the school. Kids, there is like some logos for them. Be responsible. So if you do it wrong choice or right choice, there is nothing as a right or wrong anyways, because at your point that is right. Like if your kids are watching 3 hours of TV, you wouldn't like it, you will tell them to stop, because at your point you think you're right, but at their side of the coin they will think they are right. So this is how it works. So we cannot be like controlling them again or controlling anybody else. So you take your own responsibility, whatever choice you made, and something happened because of it. So that's you. You were the one who made that choice. So again, no blaming. Own your choices. Be be brave to take it that you did it. It's okay if it is wrong, but but leave it. Leave that choice. Leave it like LIVE, not LEAVE. Leave your choice. जीना है उसे, जी कर देखो उस चॉइस को, गलत तो गलत, सही तो सही. Few people act on your needs than wants. So that again goes with some of the chakras again, that sometimes you will see people around you, or uh, when you see little bit them, like those are the people who wants everything from outside. If they go They just want to buy it. Doesn't matter if they wants it or needs it. They just want to buy it. And as soon as they bring it home, they won't even look at it. So that's the thing. They won't even look at it because they they don't carry it anymore. There is a label that it's mine. So when the label comes on it, it's mine, they would stop taking care of it. It's like when you're dating someone, you love them so much. You love them like crazy. You want to talk to them all day and night. And as soon as you get married, oh, घर की मुर्गी दाल बराबर उस type का हो जाता है. So take the this was not an example goes with your needs and wants again, but this is how it is. Like when you bring things home, you wouldn't worry about it. So watch what you want and what you need. When you need it, you need it. But if you want, you can wait for it. And if you want, that's okay to get your wants sometime, but it's okay if you don't get it right away. Maybe universe has a better choice for you. If our happiness lies in your possessions, you will never have enough. That is clear sign that you depend too much on material things. So it's the same thing again, that if you keep craving from things outside, it is not going to give you satisfaction ever. And then Muladhara chakra goes with it. It is going somewhere, the Muladhara chakra is unbalanced and so many connected to the materialistic world. uh, so if you have a small house, you wanted a big house, then more big, maybe more big. It's never ending thing that you keep asking for it. So please love yourself, watch yourself, what limiting beliefs or what feelings you're holding in your heart. Feelings we hold in heart chakra and solar plexus again, because the whatever we cannot hold it to heart, we pass it to the solar chakra, solar plexus. So these goes, all the feelings have like things to do with the chakras again, because this is when they are imbalanced, uh, the mental traumas, not mental exactly trauma, but the people who has a victim, uh, like a criminals activity, when they have a criminal mindset, it comes from the solar plexus again. And the solar plexus gets very strong when you have a um, very strong intention thing. The intention power also comes from solar plexus. So to do bad things or to good things, they both come from solar plexus. Any questions for me here? Here, the self-love versus selfishness. Let's finish this and then we'll take the questions. Self-love is comforting and honest. It's being confident and taking responsibility for one's oneself with all imperfections, flaws, and rejections. When you apply self-love to your life, you don't add uh, stipulations. Example, like when you love your body, like I will only love my body when I will lose weight or I will look like Katrina Kaif. Why? Why? You should love yourself the way you are. Just love you. I just love the way I am. I don't have to be perfect for somebody else. Why you want to lose weight? Because you wanted to wear the clothes which doesn't fit you. They are just lying down in your closet because you spent some money on it. Maybe because your husband or your kids wanted you to be fit. But do you want it? Ask yourself a question. Are you happy whatever you are? So just love yourself the way you are. If you have some physical issues, of course, you should go ahead and try to be fit, but not kind of losing weight because somebody else wants it for you. Selfishness is manipulating and tries to cover itself with excuses. Selfish person who lift him herself up by putting others down. So here there is a very fine line difference between both of it. So it's very much explainable that how the selfishness can be put, but how the self-love can be put. Two different things. So when somebody is trying to say that I can only do the things better and you cannot do it better, And that things happens in this spirituality too, because some masters or some people thinks that, oh, the way I explain is more better than she's explaining right now. So that is again the selfishness comes here when you compare yourself with others and you think you're superior and you are the best from them. Uh, because you and then expect a selfish person is all constantly expecting from others rather than giving freely. This comes with uh, stipulations again. So here, the selfish person is thinking he doesn't want to give away whatever he has. He is not going to give it freely. Like whatever I have, I'm going to just pass it on to my generation. And I was reading something. I was reading a book today, and there was a thing that if you don't pass it out today, you will might have to take another birth to pass it out because your soul is here to pass it to the next generation. And if you hold it and if you don't pass it on freely, you will have to come back on the earth. So that was very interesting book. I mean, I just read half of it. I want to finish it so bad. Okay. So I think the presentation is done here. Let me stop sharing. Okay. Any questions for me?
What's the name of the book?
Many Masters, Many Lives.
I couldn't hear you, Komal.
Many Masters, Many Lives.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Same way, you can heal your life.
Yes. Because when you let go the things, your life is going to get healed. Yes.
Rather, it has given, in my case, it has happened that something was one of my bosses, one boss was not good with me. So every day night before going to bed, I used to say that, yes, today whatever has happened, it's okay. But tomorrow he is going to love me and whatever the work I am doing, he is going to appreciate it. But after say near about a week or two, he came and said, "Arey, you are having 4 jobs and then also you are laughing and doing the work." Yes, it's my practice. He said, "It is something different." I said, "Yes, it is something different." That is what the result I got it. That is, some says that it is affirmation, but that was
Yes.
affirmation before going to bed.
Mhm,
But after
mhm.
giving the affirmations, you should not speak to others, and you should not see the TV or mobile. After the affirmations, you must sleep, so that the conscious mind to subconscious mind, then to universe, and then comes back. So that is there. That link is there.
Because yes, because alpha, when you go in alpha stage, it starts kind of manifesting for you. Right.
Yeah. Thank
Okay.
you.
No
Thank you.
problem, sir. Thank you for sharing. Anything else anybody wants to ask, or we should start the meditation early today? No? I don't know.
You did such a good job.
Thank you, thank you. Are you done? Are you free now?
Yeah. How many people really practice self-love here? Let's see. If nobody is going to say, I'm gonna think that nobody does it.
I do. It's Priya.
Priya does, Amita does,
I do. I do.
Uma does, Ravindra uncle does.
Ravinder sir does, yes.
So what do you say to yourself? Come on, if you can share and help the participants who are very new to this path, if you can help them understanding, anything that anything it helped you using self-love.
I just don't compare myself to others. So I don't say like, okay, she looked beautiful. I don't look beautiful. She look like, like I have a dark skin and she have a bright skin, things like that. So I don't usually compare. So it doesn't make me feel bad about myself.
Awesome. Suma, you would like to share something? I would love to hear from you.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Suma, and I live in Durban Crossing in Florida. I've been practicing this from a very, very young age, maybe about 5 years of age. I really don't know how it came to me, and maybe it's through my Bal Vikas guru. So all I do is look at the mirror and say, "You're good. You're healthy. You're beautiful." And every time before I wash my face, this is what I say. And you're supposed to heal the world. So that's, and I became a doctor by Baba's grace. And yeah, I'm in that field by Baba's grace. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. Amita?
Hi, hold on. I was commenting on. I was just telling Suma that's very nice, beautiful to
Thank
share
you.
that.
Thank you.
Okay,
Sarah.
so what do? I forgive myself. If I feel that I did something wrong or I was angry at someone, I tell myself that I'm enough. That I
Very nice.
I am where I need to be, and it's okay. If I'm not good at something, it's okay. It's all right. Because I think we are our own biggest critics.
Mhm.
So once we learn how to forgive ourselves, I mean, that has helped me a lot.
It does. It does. And I didn't know, again, that the jealousy thing, I didn't know. It was in my kind of subconscious mind until I kind of analyzed myself. So we don't know sometimes what we are holding.
Let's go ahead and sit in crisscross position, comfortable position. Close your eyes, remove your glasses. Clasp your hands. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Try to relax. Whatever thoughts we learned about ourselves, whatever we just saw in the presentation, let that sink in your mind, in your body. Drop everything at this moment.